Hello everybody and welcome back to the Limbus Company. Dang it, I almost did it again. Well, you know what? That's fine. Because we're immediately going to be jumping directly back into where we left off. And hopefully, we're going to make some good progress in this episode. Still no idea how long this actual chapter is, but that's fine. We continue toward the corridor full of corpses and debris.
차라리 알리사 씨처럼 의식이 있는 사람이라도 발견되면 좋을 텐데.
아저씨, 방금 제 손바닥 밟았잖아요.
Well, isn't that good timing?
아이고 미안합니다. 이거가 아니고 생존자였나 지금?
Everyone turned around, hearing the alarm in Gregor's voice. Oh. Oh. A lone survivor, the only one who seemed conscious among the bodies crushed under the debris, was looking up at us with her face scrunched up in pain.
괜찮은 것이요?
아니요, 아파요. 한참 동안 이러고 있었는데 지나가는 사람도 없었고 제 옆에 같이 깔린 분이랑 서로 이야기하면서 버티고 있었는데 갑자기 10분 전부터 아무런 말도 안 하는 거 있죠? 서로 이름도 알려줬는데.
이자를 말하는 건가? 의도적으로 죽은 척하고 있지만 여전히 맥이 뛰고 있는 상태군.
He's pretending to be dead.
네?
The man in the suit stopped playing dead and slowly opened his eyes.
눈치채셨군요. 아무래도 이런 상황에서 밖에 나가면 가장 먼저 뭘 먹을지 도란도란 이야기를 나누는 건 너무 죽을 사람 같지 않습니까?
그래도 저는 밖에 나가면 아몬드를 뿌린 바닐라 아이스크림이랑 치즈가 들어간 샌드위치를 먹고 싶어요. 라비 씨는요?
보내줄까?
부탁 좀 드릴 수 있겠습니까?
Let's just get them out. With the sinner's help, the two employees who'd been trapped under the rubble managed to break themselves free.
왼쪽 다리 말고는 이상 없군요.
오른쪽 팔이 부러진 것 같긴 한데 이 정도는 아몬드랑 생선을 많이 먹으면 며칠 만에 금방 붙을 거예요.
I don't think almonds and fish heal broken arms.
꼭 꺼내주셔서 감사합니다. 저는 소라라고 해요.
덕분에 살았습니다. 라비라고 부르시면 됩니다. 그런데 혹시 어느 부서 분이신지?
Oh, you know, we're from the lowest ranking one.
혹시 예전에 우리 본 적 없어? 왜 저번에 그 단체로 여기서 검진도 받고 갔었는데.
저희는 오늘 입사한 신입사원입니다.
신입?
예, 최근 엔케팔린 정제부서에 채용 일정이 있었어서요. 오늘이 채용된 인원들이 처음 출근하는 날이었습니다.
What a day one.
인수인계해줄 LC 연구원분을 찾아가는 사이에 이런 꼴이 되었지만 말입니다.
이 장비는 오늘 처음 입어봤는데 볼수록 흥미로운 것 같아요.
How did you get trapped under the debris?
자네는 어쩌다 깔린 것이요?
그게요. 복도를 걷고 있다가 잠깐 걸음을 멈추고 서 있었어요. 제가 원래 그래요. 궁금한 게 생기면 다른 일을 못하고 계속 골몰하거든요.
이해하오. 연구자란 대체로 떠오른 번뜩임에 골몰하기 마련일 테니.
에고 장비에 대해 실험하고 싶은 게 떠올랐는데 이 영감을 당장 해소하지 않고서는 도저히 다음 할 일을 못하겠더라고요.
이고 장비. 손목에 찬 그 족쇄를 말하는 것이요.
맞아요. 조금 불편하긴 해도 하나뿐인 저만의 에고예요.
푸념이 길군. 다음에 일어난 일부터 설명해라.
죄송해요. 그게 갑자기 복도 끝에서부터 큰 소리가 들리고 사람들이 도망치더라고요. 그때 천장에 내려앉았어요. 제가 딴 생각에 빠져있지만 않았어도 깔릴 일은 없었을 텐데.
다행이라고 할지는 모르겠지만 깔리지 않았다면 생존 확률은 드물었을 수도 있어. 침입자들도 습격해서 적지 않은 인원들이 죽었거든.
So, I don't know this, but, you know, let's let's just say there's some identities that have been released that are making me a little suspicious.
네? 그 사이에 그런 일이...
유감이라는 말밖에는 해줄 수 있는 것이 없구려.
혹시 더 발견된 생존자는 있습니까?
20 남짓 있어. 다행히 팀장을 포함하여 남은 인원들이 모여 있었지.
다행이군요.
그대는 괜찮은 것이오. 막 입사한 회사에서 이런 일이 벌어졌는데 제법 강건하구려.
이런 상황에 대한 교육도 받았기 때문에 각오는 하고 있었습니다. 설마 입사하자마자 이런 일이 생길 줄은 몰랐지만.
대단한 걸. 아무리 그래도 신입이.
당신들은 어디로 가던 중이셨습니까?
우린 승강길 찾고 있었어. 대충 이 방향인 것 같긴 한데 확신은 없어서 말이지.
승강기... 제가 어디 있는지 알고 있어요. 같이 가도 될까요?
앞장서라.
무전기에서 뭐라고 하는데 동료분들의 소리인가요?
The call's breaking up.
아무래도 무전기 전파 반경을 넘어가 버린 모양이야.
저도 동료들의 소식을 들을 수 있으면 좋으련만요.
동감입니다.
The two LCE researchers sighed anxiously as we hurried in the elevator's direction. Back into the fray we go!
자, 부품은 이걸로 충분할 걸세.
무전기 소리가 점점 흐릿해지는군.
그럴 수밖에. 통신 범위가 점점 멀어지고 있으니까.
그리고 이 구역의 생존자들은 유감스럽게도 보이지 않는군.
그 역시도 그럴 수밖에. 시체의 형태만 봐도 알 수 있겠네.
지금 상황에서 저들을 도울 수 있는 수는 없을 것이라고 파우스트도 생각합니다.
상심은 그대가 클 텐데 미안하네.
이제 통제실로 돌아가면 되겠네요.
Oh, we're getting fancy. We're sliding across the screen now.
그래, 이 복도만 지나치면 되겠지. 조숙은 산만하게 돌아다니며 의아하다는 듯이 머리를 긁는 건 연구소에서 금지된 행동이라니.
Prohibited, okay.
덧붙이자면 그렇게 인상을 쓰고 고개를 기울이거나 화면을 보고 어? 라고 말하는 것도 금지되어 있답니다.
I like that these rules are basically you're not allowed to be dumb. Sorry, it's company policy.
아니, 느낌이 안 좋아. 분위기도 쎄하고. 야, 그대로 멈춰. 밖으로 나가지 마. 뭔가 있어.
Hi, Lady D.
아니, 좀 더 혈관을 확장시켜서. 그래, 이래야 좀 더 낫겠네. 진짜네요. 이대로 곧바로 나갔다간 바로 마주쳤을 거예요.
이때까지 상황을 미루어 봤을 때 약지 측을 담당하는 인물이라 보는 편이 옳겠군요.
아비. 카론을 납치한 놈처럼 어마무시하게 세다는 거네.
자네들, 지난 모노리스 실험에서 나를 두들겨 팼을 때 보여준 그 기세는 어디로 갔나?
Well, you're easy. They can break into the safest place in the world.
야, 누가 들으면 오해 소리를. 그때는 뒤틀림을 패는 거였고, 아니 패는 게 아니라, 아이씨 아무튼.
전시된 신체들이 남아있는 흔적을 봤을 때 저자와 맞붙어서 이길 가능성은 낮을 것입니다. 파우스트는 관리자 단테와 완전히 분리된 상황에서 승산 없는 전투를 벌이는 걸 권장하지 않습니다. 인격을 사용할 수도 없는 상태이기 때문에 이 시점의 전투는 무의미한 소모전일 뿐일 터. 적에 대한 정보조차 미비한 지금, 만에 하나 저희가 손쓸 수 없을 정도의 치명상을 입게 된다면
I like how she's actually thinking about this. Like, guys, this is actually our only life right now.
관리자 나리가 돌아왔을 때 차디차게 식어가는 싱클레어군을 볼 수도 있다는 소리인 건가?
Why do you pick Sinclair out?
차디찬 돈키호테 씨도 함께일 수 있는 거고요.
Get her, Sinclair, get her!
팀장님, 저자가 이쪽 복도를 계속 상주하면
곤란하군. 통제실에 가려면 마주칠 확률이 높겠어.
너 그 망가진 설빙인가 뭔가 고치는데 얼마나 걸리냐?
이 공격은 사보타주에 가까우니 평범한 고장 수리 같은 게 아니라 하나씩 풀어내며 고쳐야 할 걸세. 파손 정도를 눈으로 보기 전까지 확답할 수는 없네만 손상이 적더라도 빨리 마무리되진 않겠지. 진짜. 마튼, 표준 모형을 따르지 않는 에너지 분배기는 유지 보수가 어렵다고 내가 몇 번을 말하지 않았나?
아, 연구소의 이 구역 설계는 팀장님이 짜셨어요.
보고서 마감 기한이 일주일가량 남았을 때였나 보군. 아마도 주어진 시간 안에 할 수 있는 최선이었을 걸세.
Yeah, way to backpedal, buddy. Martin, didn't I tell you to fix this? Actually, this was all on you. Oh, well, I did the best I could.
시간을 끌거나 유인할 방법 없을까요?
대여섯가지 정도의 방법이 떠오르는군. 그중 하나를 제안하자면 저자의 신발을 벗기는 거라네.
Veto. Veto that one. Yeah, I think she vetoes it too.
너 뭐? 너 그때 그 난리를 겪었으면서 그런 말이 나오냐?
너희는 인격을 사용하지 못하고 지금 내가 착용한 에고 장비로도 약지의 마에스트로로 추정되는 저자를 제압하거나 죽일 다른 방도가 없지 않나.
I'm not okay. I'm not saying it's not the logical choice. The issue is Sancho doesn't want to come out. And like I'm also pretty sure Dawn doesn't want her to come out either. So logically, yeah, it makes the most sense. I mean, Sancho question mark stood toe to toe with Vergilius, which is already a pretty big deal. But what are you doing? Sorry about that. My cat was getting into stuff. But yeah, logistically it makes the most sense. But I think it's just kind of off the table.
필요하다면 본인이 내가
Or not.
돈키호테 씨? 난 반대다.
I mean, I'm with Heathcliff, but at the same time, if Dawn does want to do it, that's kind of a different story.
지금보다 더한 상황도 있었어. 그때마다 그 냄새나는 신발 벗길 생각을 안 한 건 아니지만 그러면 안 되는 거잖냐.
누누이 말했지만 로신한테는 자체적인 청결 유지를 위한 세척 기능이 상시 발동하고 있다고. 아니, 이런 건 자체하고 혈기로서의 힘에 의지하는 건 내키지 않지만 어쩔 수 없지 않겠는가. 그리고 믿고 있다네. 그대들이 다시 나를 되돌려줄 것이라는 걸.
Oh. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're about to let her out, but yeah. At the end of the day, it is kind of Dawn's choice.
파우스트 역시 히스클리프 씨의 의견에 동의합니다. 돈키호테 씨가 신발을 벗는 계획은 기각하죠. 여러 이유가 있지만 무엇보다도 돈키호테 씨는 로신한테에서 내려서는 안 됩니다.
그걸로는 불가능하다고 생각하는 건가? 검진 결과 저자가 보인 전투 수행 능력을 생각하면
아니요. 돈키호테 씨가 신발을 벗고 지금의 사태를 해결하는 것은 허황된 이야기가 아닙니다. 하지만 그 흐름은 단테 씨가 가려는 황금가지를 되찾는 여정에서 멀어지는 선택이고, 설령 신발을 벗더라도 그 선택은 관리자에 의해 이루어져야 합니다.
Oh, I see. Because since Dawn effectively makes the choice herself, the chain gets a little bit weaker because she distances herself from needing his guidance, I guess? I don't fully understand, but I think I'm getting the gist.
잠시만요. 너무 급해요. 좀 더 설명을 해주셔야.
단적인 예를 들자면 제어되지 않은 돈키호테 씨가 충동을 이기지 못하고 무차별적으로 권속을 만들고 피주머니를 늘린 경우, 관리자님이 시계를 몇 번이고 되감아 주셔도 지금의 돈키호테 씨로 돌아올 수 없을 가능성이 있습니다. 수감자가 관리자의 능력으로도 복구되지 않는다는 것은, 즉 이번 세계에서의 황금가지를 모으지 못하고 실패하는 것과 다름없다는 것. 그것은 제가 증명해내지 못하는 일이 되며 결과적으로
Oh, you let a bit of your own canto slip.
알겠네. 기각. 이해했네. 다음 안으로 넘어가지.
괜찮은 겐가? 저자를 이길 마땅한 방법이 없는 상황에서.
I do... You know what, though? I can appreciate that Dawn now trusts everybody enough to be willing to just do that because it's needed. I can appreciate that.
상황을 타개하기 위한 내연일 뿐이었지. 애초에 통제되지 않은 환경에서 확률 노름을 하는 건 달갑지도 않았다네.
뭘 하든 빨리빨리 해. 저 뾰족구도 잠깐 사라지긴 했는데.
비아는 내가 잠깐 시간을 끄는 동안 자네들이 마튼을 도와 설비 수리를 마치는 걸세.
But I guess that does technically make sense, though, because unfortunately, the most disposable one is you.
이 충격진의 에고 장비의 감응도를 끌어올리면 심장이 멈춰도 한동안은 움직일 수 있지. 전투를 몇 번 치러서 상태가 좋은 건 아니지만 운이 좋다면 고압 전류로 기절시키는 것도 노려볼 수 있지 않겠나.
살면서 싸움 한 번에 해봤을까 싶은 놈이 무슨.
에고 장비를 입은 자와 싸워본 적이 있지 않나? 전투 경험이 적었어도 이 장비를 입으면
됐어. 그냥 우리가 시간을 끈다. 죽더라도 시계가 여길 봐줄 테니까 그럼 살아나겠지.
저 작품이라고 불리는 모습처럼 되어도 돌아올 수 있겠죠?
I'm pretty sure it'd be the same deal as the mermaids, right? Where theoretically, even if we turned into a mermaid, they could have been brought back, right?
네. 물론 그 과정에서 동반될 당사자와 단테 씨의 고통은 평소를 아득히 뛰어넘은 정도일 테니 그렇게 되지 않는 편이 좋겠지만요.
자네들 내가 장비만 제대로 갖춰 입으면 어떤 화력이 나오는지를 모르나 본데 모르는 채로 두는 편이 나을 수도 있겠군.
You wouldn't understand. My power is beyond comprehension.
너도 따라올 거냐? 저거 같이 안 고치고?
누가 설계했는지 모르겠지만 이런 엉성한 전기 설비를 수리하는 것에 천재인 제가 나서는 건 낭비일 테죠.
Okay, Faust. It's definitely not like we're in a doomsday scenario here.
그렇다는군. 참아나자면 엉성한 게 아니라 주어진 시간 내 최선의 설계였다네. 그러니까 그때는 최고의 설계였다는 것이지. 부탁하겠네. 지난번처럼 무사하길 고대하지.
싱클레어군 괜찮은 겐가?
영 안 될 것 같으면 일단 우리가 먼저 시간 끌 테니까.
아니요. 언제까지 가야 할 곳도 모른 채 방황만 역시
Hmm? How did you get out here?
미친.
Oh, did he legit just like scoop us out?
미학의 극치를 쌓은 전시장은 따로 초대장을 뿌리지 않아도 자연스럽게 관객들이 몰려오는 법이죠.
야, 고작 이딴 거나 보려고 우리가 온 거라고 생각하냐? 내가 뭐 이런 거 보는 눈은 없지만 태어나서 본 전시 중 제일 최악이야.
그렇다면 어리석고 어리신 우리 관객들께 제가 직접 큐레이팅을 해드려야겠군요. 요시히데에게 알려주었던 것처럼 키치부터 아방가르드까지 고깃덩이마다 예술 사조를 새겨 직접 마에스트로가 해설하는 전시회라니 영광으로 여기셔도 좋겠죠.
I'm telling you, that budget has been raised.
아 진짜 치사하게 이럴래? 우리 아빠가 집행 끝내고 올 때 맞춰서 나도 같이 끝내고 싶었단 말이야. 그리고 나 숨바꼭질 오랜만에 해서 재밌긴 했는데 슬슬 질려.
따라붙은 압이라는 자는 어떻게 따돌린 것 같긴 한데 저자가 혼자 여기까지 쫓아온 것 같네요. 아까 작전 회의 때 말해주신 그 공방 때 해고는 아직인가요? 시간이 걸리는군.
그래서 우리가 시간을 좀 벌긴 해야 하는 거지. 아까 보여준 내 공방 무기 콜렉션 어때? 큰맘 먹고 빌려줄 테니까 그걸로 좀 싸워보면 어때?
Wonder how efficient that'd be, or if that would be another let Sancho out kind of deal, where it's like, in theory it's great, in practice not so much.
그런 다루기 어려운 종류들만 마련한 것도 능력이라면 능력이더군. 수집적인 측면에서는 대단하단 말할 수는 있어도 그 공방 무기들은 제대로 다루기를 기대하는 것보단 주먹 다짐하는 게 더 효율이 나을 정도다.
I feel like she does.
나도 오늘 이런 난장판이 날 줄 알았겠냐고. AC 팀도 만난다니까 좀 자랑 좀 하겠다고. 특이하고 구하기 어려운 것만 잔뜩 가져왔는데.
저 검은 어떤 검인가?
응? 저거? 저건 메스틸 공방에서 만든 브로드소드인데? 써본 적 있어?
아니, 공방의 물건을 가져 쓰기엔 그리 녹록지 않았던지라. 단순히 방금의 공방에서 한도가 부서져 대체할 것이 필요할 뿐이오.
빌려주는 건 괜찮은데 저거 다루기 쉽진 않을 거야. 메스틸 공방이란 곳은 말이지. 알라스 공방이랑.
알고 있어. 귀하가 종종 말하지 않았는가? 날개가 돋친 듯 무기가 빠르게 움직여 멋대로 무기에 끌려다니는 일이 많다고.
I don't know if a sword that sends you flying forwards is good.
괜찮소. 쾌검에는 제법 자신이 있으니. 설령 두 팔이 뜯겨나가는 한이 있더라도 살수는 칼을 쥐어야만 하는 법이오.
알았어.
전력 보충이라고 하기도 좀 그렇네요. 이 정도면.
단테님은 없지만 저희도 직접 나서는 건 어떨까요?
관리자님과 함께한 덕에 신체 능력은 점차 돌아오고 있지만 기량만큼은 완전히 돌아오질 않더군.
맞다. 황금가지 쪽은 아직이래?
답신이 없군, 젠장. 영 믿음직스럽지 못한 자들을 관리자님께 맡기다 보니 결국 우려했던 일이.
뭐 그냥 무전이 잘 안 되는 걸 수도 있잖아. 너무 그러지 마.
유치한 거 어울려주는 것도 진리네. 멋대로 술래나 시키고 말이야. 이거 너희가 날 더 괴롭히고 있는 거야, 알아? 딱 10초만 세줄게. 알았지?
Face me or die. Well, you can't find us anyway, so counting to 10 isn't gonna do you anything.
190 찾는다?
In a 10, here I go!
이제 어떡하지?
아까처럼 뒤틀림이나 환상체에게 유인하는 방법이 제일 낫지 않겠어요? 실제로 아비의 발까지 묶을 정도였으니까.
A few hours ago. Whoa.
이건
아빠! 아직 다 끝난 거 아니었어? 날 위해 남겨둔 거야? 어라? 저건 아까 아빠가 다 박살낸 애들인데? 혹시 각성 같은 건가? TV에서 본 적 있어! 죽음에서 돌아온 전사들 3편에서!
You know, I'm pretty sure I do this exact same thing where I will have a higher pitched tone when I'm talking to my mom. Like, you know, obviously reverse. I'm the kid. You know what I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure I do this exact same thing. I was about to comment, are you making a higher pitched voice? But I do the exact same thing, so I'm in no room to judge.
그런 거면 뭐 한 방에
신경증, 히스테리.
뒤틀린 고통은 전기의 형상으로 나타나곤 하지. 벼락 인간. 시간을 끌어주기엔 충분한 패라 생각했는데.
시체들이 저절로 움직이는 게 아니군. 딸내미, 저거 보이나?
어떤 거? 안 보이는데.
그래, 안 보여? 아이고, 우리 요시대 따라가려면 더 노력해야겠구만. 눈 크게 뜨고 잘 봐봐. 보랏빛으로 번쩍번쩍하는 거. 저놈이 움직이면서 시체에 전기를 흘려넣고 있잖아.
보이는 대로 짐승 같은 감각이군.
모제스 씨, 테러 확보 끝났어요.
그래, 그러면
팀장님!
꼬질꼬질하게 입고 다니는 녀석치곤 센스가 좋은데 이걸 막네.
Didn't even know you were in the same room as them.
미리 형세를 살피고 있기를 잘했네. 여파가 강했는데 아씨께서는 괜찮으신가?
덕분에 무사하군. 부축할 테니 지혈을 멈추지 말도록.
속히 후퇴하지.
너희 어디가?
이것들은 아직도 들러붙네. 저 빠직거리는 놈부터 잡아 죽여야 끝나겠는데. 날 먼저 쫓아가도 돼.
아싸, 진짜지? 내가 먼저 처리해도 괜찮은 거지?
아, 그럼 아빠는 이거 좀 치우고 가야 해.
Jeez.
어디 보자. 딸내미 손 다쳤으니 장부기 중에서 거미집 특별조항 1조 12항 전체를 적용하고.
How? How? This is such a niche scenario. My little girl hands are hurt. Ah, yes. Let me find the exact page.
뭐냐 너희? 그때 헤어 쿠폰 훔친 놈의 일당이었냐? 아, 그것 때문에 리카르도 녀석이 한동안 어떤 머리꼴을 하고 다녔을지 상상만 해도 가슴이 미어졌는데.
And I guess I shouldn't be surprised that he knows who Ricardo is. Bristly again, frickin'. What's the other word? It's like I forget the other word he uses, but it's either that or bristly.
식구끼리 원한도 갚아줄 겸 딸내미 손에 상처난 거 벌도 줄 겸 즉결 처형이다.
Back to the present.
이곳까지 후퇴하면서 보았던 격리 해제된 것들, 그리고 여기저기 남아있던 탈출한 것들의 흔적들을 생각했을 때, 아니, 지금 이 수단을 가릴 처지는 아니야. 더 남을 수가 있나? 환상체에 대한 정보보다는 직접 해결해왔던, 그리고 직접 LC에 전달했던 뒤틀림을 이용할 수 있었다면 좋았겠지만 이곳에는 그것들이 없으니, 그렇다면 남은 한 가지 선택지로 구상할 수 있는 작전은 이것뿐이다. 공허한 손짓, 향수와 올가맴, 그리고 흡수.
설마...
I don't know what she means.
그래, 새하얀 몸을 새빨갛게 물들 때까지 덩굴을 놓치지 않을 그 환상체.
What is that? What's it? The one Gypsium? That one?
먹음은 목화를 조우시킨다.
I kind of had it. I was close.
저건...
An abnormality. Shock centipede, was it?
기존에 던전과 굴절 철도에서 자주 목격한 계층입니다, 관리자님.
Which means we already know how to defeat it. Dante, do you not remember that the previous abnormalities we faced quite a few times have new things? Come on, Dante. I know you don't have a brain, but you do have flames. Let's use them.
저것의 대응 방식은 비슷할지 모르나 방심을 내서는 안 돼요, 단테.
See? Yisong has the right idea.
이 부서의 상태가 정상이 아닌 상황에서 클리포트 억제력이 정상적으로 기능하지 않을 가능성이 있으니
주위에서 싸워야겠지. 알았다고. 소라씨, 라비씨는 내 뒤로. 알겠지?
Oh yeah. Okay, so what are we up against? Shock Centipede! All we know is Coil Up. The head part gains shield by its current HP. If the head part has shield, gain 10 self-charge. Next scene. Which is electric currents seem to flow around its body. After this unit faces death, as long as it has self-charge, its HP is fixed at 1 until it is fully consumed. Max at 20. Passives, every 5 turns gain a shield equal to the head's HP, and we don't know anything else. So, let's get a free hit. Bonk. Bink. Bink. And then the shield will go through at that point. So, here we go. By the way, I managed to get the combat dialogue working, so now you can actually hear what they say. Turns out I installed the update wrong, and that's why it wasn't working. So, completely on me. Ah! Okay, there's a shield. Bink, bink, bink. Also, I want to point out, you know, maybe a bit late, but I was warned that I want to level up our identities. So, don't worry, we'll be doing that by the end of this episode, but what you got? Electric Load. Gain 1 self-charge at 5+ self-charge, coin power +1. If target has Paralyze, deal 30% more damage. On Clash, lose 2 self-charge. On hit, inflict 6 bleed and 3 paralyze. Yikes. Electric Release. Gain 1 self-charge at 5+, gain coin power +1, deal 30% more damage if they have Paralyze. Clash, lose 3 self-charge. On hit, inflict 3 bleed, then do it again, then inflict 3 paralyze. And High Voltage Electric Discharge. This one, hang on, I gotta see what this one does. At more than 7+ self-charge, deal 10% more damage for every excess self-charge past 7, max of 120%. Then, lose all self-charge on hit. If this unit lost 10+ self-charge, gain Clash Power +5. Clash, lose this attack, deals 0 damage. On hit without cracking, inflict 2 fragile on the main target. On hit without cracking, inflict 1 capacitor. Okay. Inflict 3 paralyze on the main target, and if target has capacitor, deal 40% of final damage dealt as fixed damage. Oh, that just sounds so lovely. Oh, yeah, that sounds fantastic. Well, let's see what we can do then. Bad start. Good. Fantastic. Good job, Yisong. Okay, we go down to 7 SP. That's fine. So it doesn't inflict all of those because we cracked. Oh, we were favored on that. We lost. Okay, that's a lot of paralyze. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be winning this clash. Actually, we brought it back. Bink, bink. Good stuff. Good. Fantastic. Burn. Ow. Okay, tiny bit of tremor, just as good. Okie dokie, how do we want to do this? Double blue? Actually, what is this move? What is this one? Bite. Gain 2 self-charge at 5+ self-charge, base power +2. And Clash, lose 1 self-charge. On hit, inflict 3 bleed and +2 bleed count. Then Tail Poke. Gain 2 self-charge at 5+ self-charge, coin power +1. Clash, lose 1 self-charge. Okay, you know what? I think I'm suddenly understanding how to do this. So, this is seemingly always used as the final coin. So, if you win enough clashes, it does not get all of its bonuses. Okay, I'm understanding. Debatably a little bit late, but you know what? Better late than ever. Let's go ahead and win some of these dominating. We're favored here, and it does less damage anyway. And then we are struggling here, but that's fine. Poor Mersault is just severely underleveled. Oh, that sucks. Well, we are going to win all of our other clashes, hopefully. Okay, Skullbuster coming down. This is not serious Skullbuster, so we do get plenty of stacks. Unfortunately, no... no stagger yet. Okay, so next turn, it's going to get shield again. So we need to be aware of that. So let's clash. Clash. Let's just guard. Neutral. And then we're dominating. Alright, good enough for me. And we have so much shield, even if we do take a tiny bit of one-sided damage, it's not a huge deal. But that stagger is actually helping us quite a bit. Okay. And then Mersault's guard does still go to use. Ouch.
이쪽으로 와. 내가 안전하게 지켜줄 테니까.
So what's this? What's he is doing? Oh, just a regular bite. Okay, you know what? We take that. So let's do some head damage, especially because he's not... So it's on every 6th turn is when he gets all of the... Okay, I gotcha. So let's do this. Let's get a lot of head damage right here and now. Bink. Bink. Good stuff. We're about to get a stagger. Okay, the head is destroyed. Albeit bear... Yeah, it is destroyed because of burn, but... you know, that's fine. He's still not gaining all that shield. I wonder why. Okay, unopposed. Ooh, you know what? Let's go ahead and debuff as much as possible, and then we're dominating here. We also get the extra power. Do you have any new passives yet? No, none that I see. Well, either way, you're about to be extremely debuffed next turn, so that's going to help us out quite a bit. Also, ideally, we're going to put you on 0 health, so hopefully we can actually start trying to get rid of your self-charge. That way, you go down. Oh yeah, we got more than enough damage. Beautiful. We're also about to break the body. Okay, we gotta go through 20 self-charge now. Upon death, all skills are cancelled for the turn. Gain 10 self-charge when the effect above activates. Ugh. And we don't know what that final one is yet, still. Oh, hopeless with all our clashes. What are these? Are these all electric discharge? Wriggling head and wriggling tail. Okay. Let's take a peek. Targets prioritizes targets with the least HP. If target is paralyzed, deal 50% more damage. If the target is used a defense skill, deal negative 100% damage. Huh. Base power +1 for every self-charge. On use, lose 1 self-charge. If the target attacked by the skill used a defense skill, lose 1 more. I think I'm understanding how to do this. We can't block all of them, but we can block some. Okay, so let's just go down the list. It has a base power of 26. Holy. Well, let's hope that this works. 0 damage. That is exactly how it works. Beautiful. Okay, 3 whole damage. We are also gonna... Actually, we don't get any stacks this turn because we just used our Giga move, so that's okay. Okay.
이쪽으로 와. 내가 안전하게
Ooh, he has a lot more speed this time. Are you still using these abilities? Yes, you are. Okay, so we still have to, as much as possible. So, guard here. Counter, counter. Ooh, actually. Which one? Oh, it's this one. Hang on. I've confused myself. So, let's go here. Oh, they're both going for that one. Oh. And then we do that. And that should work out, I think.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Yeah, only 2 damage. Perfect. And we also gain a bit of stack, so that way we are going to be reducing even more damage. Ah, it didn't go against the correct dice, so we did take a bunch of damage, but doesn't matter. We win. Shock Centipede 2? You guys aren't Shock Centipedes. I feel lied to. Still no signal?
에이씨. 다들 어떻게 돌아가고 있는지 상황을 알 길이 없으니원. 아니 뭐 별일 없을 거야. 무소식이 희소식인 법이니까.
Sometimes.
알리사 양도 계속 신경이 쓰이는구려. 그 나선이 더 깊이 박히기 전에 얼른 해결 방법을 찾을 수 있으면 좋으련만.
나선이요? 아, 그 공방에서 만든 무기 말이죠. 비밀번호가 있어야지만 풀 수 있는 거요.
그렇소. 곤란하도.
원리야 알고 있지만 비밀번호는 그걸 꽂은 분만 알 텐데요. 하지만 저도 최선을 다해서 알아볼게요.
오, 이거 고마운 걸. 그런데 이 소라 씨는 공방 장비에 관심이 많은가 봐.
네, 아주 오래전부터 그랬어요. 그래서 제가 이곳에 올 수 있었나 봐요.
그러면 LC가 아니라 L.
어이, 신입.
네?
시야에 걸리적거리는군. 뒤쪽으로 빠져.
Back of the line.
실례했습니다.
Wow, that's funny. She's like, this is my thing. Go away. At Ryoshu's brusque order, Ravi shrank back awkwardly, his expression turning a little abashed. Normally, Gregor and Yisong would have given Ryoshu a verbal nudge or two for being so rude to someone we just met. But as things were, they simply watched on as Ravi stepped back and casually moved forward to fill his spot.
그럼 그 소라 씨는 나랑 공방 제품 얘기 좀 하면서 가자고. 이게 우리가 이 보기보다 공방에 대해서는 모르는 게 많거든.
진짜요? 네, 저 이야기하는 거 좋아해요.
I like talking to people. Not about anything specific. She just likes talking to people.
이야기라면 저도 좋아합니다만.
Ravi, you're not a part of this. Go away.
라비군이라 했던가. 그대도 무릇 연구자라는 성정에 걸맞게 새로운 기술에 관심이 퍽 많아 보이는 것 같소만. 그대는 나와 우리 관리자와 잠깐 담소를 나누시게나.
Is there a plan happening that I am unaware of? Because it sure seems like one is. But why?
왜죠?
Yeah, what I said.
오, 단테도 동의한다니 기쁘군. 자, 우리 셋이라면 심도 깊은 학술 논의가 가능할 걸세.
Yeah. I found myself suddenly swept into Yisong's somewhat awkward and hastily improvised academic symposium, trailing a pace behind Gregor and Sora.
다들 이렇게 저에게 친절하게 대해주셔서 감사해요. 저는 친절한 사람들이 좋아요. 제 동료들은 그렇지 않거든요. 그래서 자주 겉도는 편이에요. 이번에도 딴 생각에 빠졌다가 혼자 낙오됐다고 분명 구박만 받을걸요.
에헤이, 아무리 그래도 무사생활한 연구원을 모질게 돼야겠어? 뭐 작전을 완전 말아먹은 것도 아닌데 중간은 간 거지.
That's true enough. Gregor's words brought me back to all the plans we'd messed up. Saw those plans more precisely and left a tinge of regret in my mind.
이분이 당신들의 리더신가 봐요.
보는 눈이 없군.
Are you saying I'm not leader material?
단순 리더. 그 이상의 존재라는 거다.
Am I a papa? A fiery-haired, no-voiced papa? I couldn't really imagine what I couldn't really imagine Ryoshi meant what she said, but I nodded anyway.
동의하오.
Nah, I believe Yisong though.
역시 단테 씨가 리더신 것 같았어요. 리더는 무슨 생각을 하고 있는지 모르는 사람이 맡은 편이 좋다고 생각하거든요. 종잡을 수 없는 편이 멋있잖아요.
Quit looking at me with them big old eyes. He got them creepo eyes. Is it?
왜 쑥스러워해?
저도 그런 모습이 멋있어서 여기에 합류하기로 결심했어요. 원래는 다른 사무소에 있었는데 스카우트 당한 거랄까요?
스카우트. 응? 그러고 보면 우리 12도 파우스트 양으로부터 스카우트라는 걸 받은 것이겠구려.
That is so interesting how close scouted in their language sounds to scouted in English sounds. That is so crazy how close that is. It's basically dead on. It's just the inflection is just a little bit different. It's kind of the same way as, like, for example, when I say hi. Oh, can't remember what language it is right now, but I just talked to someone who was coming into the store I work at, who I remember I went up to them and I was giving them the spiel, and they said hi to one of their buddies, and I sort of awkwardly went hi because I thought we were talking, and she looked over at me and she's like, oh no, that's a I wasn't saying hello, I was saying something else in another language, but anyway, I don't even know how I got sidetracked on that, but it's just really interesting how sometimes words will transcend language, so to speak, how they sound so similar or even have the same meaning. Like, I know in English, no, means no, and in Spanish, no means no.
류슈양, 그대도 파우스트 양으로부터 약속을 받아낸 것인가?
그래.
부끄러운 말일 수도 있겠소만 지나왔으니 말하겠어. 나는 파우스트 양 입에 담았던 그 말이 결국 이루어질 거라고 마음을 다하여 믿지 못했던 것 같소. 당시에는 꿈 같은 소리라 여겼지. 만일 내게 조금 더 확신이 있었더라면 지난 세월들을 그렇게 침잠하듯이 보내지는 않았을지도. 허나 그대는 처음 버스에 올랐을 때부터 적어도 파우스트 양의 말을 의심하고 있진 않았던 것 같소.
하긴 엇나갈 법한 구석은 제일 많은 사람이 생각해보면 일은 제일 잘 처리하고 있었다니까.
I think that's stretching it a bit. Looking back, Ryoshu never once turned down a job, even though she always looked reluctant, as if she were only going through the motions. Contract or not, I doubt she'd come this far with Vergilius and me if she had only half bought into that promise of having her wish granted.
나라고 처음부터 믿었던 건 아니야. 믿지 않을 수 없었던 거다. 흰머리. 그저 이렇게 말을 시작했었지. 용케도
끊어지지 않았군요. 그 한 줄기의 끈이.
I like this outfit. I really like how Ryoshi looks right here.
뭘 보았기에 그렇게 말하지?
당신이 베이고 또한 베고 온 것들의 피. 그것이 묻어 선명한 붉은 직선을 띠고 있으니까요. 그곳은 오로지 당신만이 열 수 있는 공간. 제 아무리 거미줄 한가운데라 하더라도 그들이 열 수 있는 방법은 없을 겁니다. 주어진 상황에서 현명한 선택을 내렸다는 말씀을 드리고 싶군요.
누가 보냈지? 내 손으로 압이라는 것들까지 베고 나온 지금 내까지 가당찮은 새치어 하나 못 뺄 거라고 생각하나?
알고 있습니다. 당신은 스스로의 머릿속까지 베어내면서 이곳으로 왔으니 제가 조금이라도 당신의 목표에 거스내는 사람이란 확신이 든다면 망설임 없이 죽이겠죠. 이제 아무도 열지 못하는 곳에 아이를 숨겨두었으니 꺼내올 날을 기다려야겠네요.
Oh, I see. Her saying that is basically like, okay, so you know far more than anyone else should, so I guess I should believe you.
시간은 짧지도 길지도 않을 겁니다. 다이얼은 안전하게 5년 이내로 맞춰놓았겠죠. 저와 함께 간다면 2해가 넘어가기 전 거미집을 없애고 딸과 재회할 수 있도록 해드리겠습니다.
계약을 맺자는 건가? 그렇다면 그 대가로 나는 누굴 죽이면 되지?
죽이는 게 아니라 구하는 겁니다.
구한다고?
죄악을 직면하여 자아를 구하라. 당신이 이곳 림버스 컴퍼니에서 기억해야 할 첫 번째 문장입니다.
어지럽군.
어려웠나요?
담배를 오랜만에 태웠어.
Is the place where you hid your daughter really safe? I mean, if literally only she knows about it, and she cut into her brain so that no one else could even, like, look, I think she's pretty safe.
그래. 그곳 내부는 외부 시간의 영향을 거의 받지 않는다.
Okay, I don't know how you managed that one, but okay. Cut off from the flow of time? Is it made from T-Corp singularity?
그래. 내 스스로 몇 번이고 검증했지. 조각나 있는 기억들 사이에서도 분명 존재할 거다. 내가 반복했던 수백 번의 실험과 다짐들이. 그랬기에 때가 되면 내 몸에 아직 감겨진 이 실타래를 따라 거미집이 날 찾아오거나 내가 거미집으로 돌아갈 것이라 믿어 의심치 않았지. 이 한 줄기 기억이 놓쳐지지 않고 그자의 계약이 유효하는 한
Yeah, the contract will be fulfilled. Ardor Blossom Moth. Oh, God. We're gonna be stuck here for a while, I think. This is one of the, IMO, one of the hardest abnormalities that you can face in the Mirror Dungeon. And this one's gonna be harder. Flame Strike. On use, gain 1 Ember. On hit, inflict 5 burn and +3 burn count. Ember. Upon gaining Ember, convert a number of non-Wrath affinity skills equal to the value of Ember into Wrath affinity skills. When the wings part is broken, inflict Shimmering Ember equal to the value of Ember upon the last attacker. Then, all Ember expires on self. Don't know what Shimmering is. Ardor Blossom Pinions. Gain 2 Ember. Inflict 2 Wrath resistance down next turn. And Spark. On use, inflict +2 bleed count. Clash when inflict burn. Oh, I'm sorry, not bleed, burn. Equal to burn on target. On clash lose, gain the following effects. Damage dealt by the skill cannot stack on the target. If it is a wrath skill, remove burn on the target. Half the amount of burn and burn count that the skill inflicts. If target has 3+ shimmering ember, inflict 10 burn +2 count, 2 spark, and shimmering ember expires completely. Shimmering Ember. Gains Spark when hit by a certain skill. And Spark. Inflict burn equal to burn on self against 2 adjacent, based on speed, units. Oh. Unbreakable Coin. On hit, inflict 6 burn and +4 burn count, then 2 Wrath resistance down. You can't avoid that either. Stoke the Flames. When the wings part is broken, inflict Shimmering Ember equal to Ember stacks to the last attacker, then all Ember on self expires. When using Ardor Blossom Star, add 0 Ember, you stoke the flames as well. Interlocking Ardor Blossom. If this unit has Ember, convert a number of non-Wrath skills equal to Ember stack into Wrath skills. On hit, inflict burn equal to number of Wrath skills that the Ardor Blossom Moth will use this turn. On hit, heal HP equal to the number of Wrath skills times 2. At 30% or less HP, gain 1 more Ember. Convert a number, yeah, that we already know what that does. Doesn't take burn damage. Heal based on burn on self. When the wing parts is broken, we heal 15 SP. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna suck. Here we go. Bad start.
이쪽으로 와. 내가 안전하게 지켜줄 테니까.
That makes us favored. It's something. Oh my god, we're still hopeless. Are you serious? Oh, we're so screwed. We are, like, unbelievably screwed.
실행합니다.
Well, we didn't break the wings, but we did stagger him. Not that that actually stops him, but, you know. Oh, actually, it did stop a bit of damage. Unfortunately, we are inflicting a tiny bit of burn, so he is going to be healing. But you know what? That heals some SP. It helps. I want to try and weaken him. I want to try and weaken it. Hopeless. Oh, oh my goodness. This is so bad. Man, what do we even do here? We are just struggling with everything. And then damage dealt is fixed to 0, but inflict 2 shimmering ember. And it's doing it on everybody, so here we go. Let's just hope our damage is enough. Okay, we are also going to be debuffing it next turn. Unfortunately, a little bit more burn just to help him along, I guess. Come on, more salt! Ha! 27 damage and debuff next turn. This is all we've got. 0 damage being done, but we are going to get a little bit of burn. Okay. Can't stop this one. Okay. A dark shadow lingers amidst the licking tongues of the crimson flame. Poetic. How about we get a crow's eye view and we just prevent a lot of this damage from going through. Then we're going to use red eyes and just absolutely lock this fool down. Here we go. -2 attack power. Blah, blah. Wow, 30 damage is actually, like, solid. That also does a little bit less damage because of that debuff. Okay, far bigger shield next turn. Red Eyes is going to apply a little bit of bind. Here we go. Whoa! You've entered my web. Okay. Didn't even break our shield. Perfect. Look at that. Mersault dealing 33 damage. Its form was vague and mercurial, yet somehow you could tell that the shadow is the very core of the moth. If that shadow could be separated from the flames, perhaps its heat may momentarily subside. It's gotta be lower, right? So, in that case... Mersault, you've got this! No, no, no! No, it's still counted. Still counted. We're so good. We are so good. Mersault reaches out toward the flame, enduring the burning fire. His fingertips begin to blister and bubble, but perhaps Mersault's passion burned hotter than the flames itself.
The fire inside me burned brighter than the fire around me.
Before the moth could do anything, Mersault wrested the dark thing from the flames and hurled it away from the fire. The fire and the embers on both the moth and the sinners immediately subsided, as though the flames had never burned. All sinners lose burn, and he loses 2 ember. That certainly helps. That's quite nice. Issue. We are still kind of suffering with these clashes, although I will take whatever dominating we can get. We're struggling regardless of what we do, and then we're dominating here, so good enough for me. Bink, bink. Good. Good stuff. I think that was a neutral one, too. Wow. Mersault, actually. You know what? Performing better than I thought he was going to, considering. So, we are reducing the effectiveness of Spark. The amount of burn that we're doing is unfortunate, but we actually managed to break the wings, so that helps us. We're only on turn 6, too, so we're actually doing really solid. I'm going to go for Screw Loose Wallop, and it is favored, so A-okay with me. Let's go ahead and hit the wings again. We don't have any burn, so that's perfect. Then we go for the Giga hit, and then we hit the wings again. Oh my god. Oh, we actually hit that. Okay, good. Stagger. Just about. One more hit is all it needs. Good job, Mersault. And that paralysis is going to help us out even more. Boom. Stagger, 3 paralysis. It is going to heal. That's okay. 90 health. We should be able to do more than enough. We are faster. So I'm just gonna kill you before you have the chance to do anything. No clashing required.
딱 떼도. 내 죄는 내가
Farewell.
알아서 처리한다. 해파 정한다.
저게 모퉁이만 돌면 승강기예요.
So, not that this has to do with anything, but I have decided to only bring 3 out of our 4 characters for this one. Right. I can feel the golden bow's presence getting closer. Huh? Unlike before, however, the energy from the golden bow wasn't coming through clearly, as though layers of thin walls were blocking it.
당신.
Oh, hello again. The pinky nurse father stood in front of the elevator, holding the container full of golden bows. And just like before, she stood there without so much as a twitch. Well, almost like she'd been expecting us.
들리나? 이것이 부디 내 11번째 혼잣말이 아니게 되면 좋겠군. 전파층 복귀까지 가동시켰는데 말이지.
들려.
그래, 다행이군. 우리 쪽에서 곧 전력 복구가 마무리될 걸세. 황금가지는 찾았나?
그래. 눈앞에 있어.
Well, it's not wrong.
문제는 우리 손에 들려 있지 않다는 거지. 승강기 앞에서 황금가지를 탈취한 녀석과 대치 중이다.
그렇군. 승강기를 타지 못하게 막아줄 수 있겠나? 전력이 복구되면 그자가 다른 층으로 도망칠 수 있을 테니.
Hohenheim's voice sounded off, trembling just a bit, like he was holding something back.
호헨하임군, 목소리가 괜찮은 건가?
여기나 거기나 피차 유쾌한 상황은 아니지 않나?
그건 그렇지만 그쪽은 상황이 어떤데?
이것보다는 자네들의 상황에 신경 쓰는 편이 더 좋을 걸세.
그래. 상대는 한 놈이니까 어떻게든 되겠지.
You clearly don't know what this mission's called, do you?
아니, 긴장해라. 아비는 데리고 다니던 잔챙이와는 다르다.
Given our current numbers, even the sort of enemy we could normally beat would push us to our limits. If only I had all 12 sinners here with me, we might have had a better chance. But that doesn't mean we're just going to be twiddling our thumbs while the enemy gets away with the golden bows, right in front of our eyes. Be ready to die more than a few times.
분위기가 좋아 보이진 않는군요. 싸우실 겁니까?
피할 수는 없을 것 같구려.
제게도 적합한 에고 장비가 지급되었다면 여러분을 도울 수 있었을 것 같습니다만 제가 할 수 있는 것은 없을 것 같군요. 죄송합니다.
그래. 그게 현명한 판단이지.
소라, 동기님께서는 이미 그 족쇄같이 생긴 에고를 가지셨으니 도우실 생각이시겠죠?
오라, 저 승강기를 타고 다 같이 탈출하는 게 아니었나요?
보다시피 이곳을 습격한 자가 황금가지를 가져갔어.
하지만 저분은 엄청 강할 텐데요. 제 동료들을 전부 합쳐도 저분 앞에서는 바람 앞 촛불이나 다름없을 정도인데.
그걸 어떻게 아시죠?
됐어. 소라 씨랑 라비 씨는 그냥 최대한 뒤에 숨어 있어. 적당히 몸을 숨기고.
아니요. 그랬다간 나중에 혼날지도 몰라요. 혼나는 건 싫어요. 저는 지금까지 잘해오고 있었고 칭찬만 받고 싶은데.
소라 씨?
죄송해요. 리엔 씨가 가족을 만나면 꼭 도우라고 그렇게 말씀하셨거든요.
Just as Sora turned and rushed towards me, Yisung and Rasult moved to block her. And Ryoshu shoved me out of the way.
그래, 역시 그렇게 나오는구만.
단테.
Ryoshu's sheathed blade came swinging down with enough force to cut Sora down where she stood. But no sooner had I heard the metallic rattle of chains behind me than a sharp pain tore through my shoulder. Gah!
이 움직임, 내 놈이 검지 쪽 세차겠군.
Losing my balance, I crumpled to the floor. When I looked up, Sora was already braced for combat, slipping into a battle stance. She has glasses on? No wonder her eyes look so big.
저는 여러분을 해치려는 생각이 없었어요. 기회가 된다면 승강기를 타고 같이 나가고 싶었는데 지령의 뜻은 그래선 안 된대요. 저도 리엔 씨의 말을 따르는 편이 좋기도 하고.
역시 거미집의 이론이 없구려.
라비 씨에게 바닐라 아이스크림을 소개시켜줄 수 있었다면 다른 자식들은 저한테 그렇게 친절하게 대해주지 않았거든요.
그저는 당신을 입사 동기라고 믿어서 그렇게 대했던 거야.
그랬던 거군요. 다른 분의 시체에서 장비를 잠깐 빌려 입어본 것뿐이었는데 그렇다면 라비 씨도 저와 아이스크림을 같이 드셔주시진 않았겠네요.
라비군은
뭐 더 살 가망은 없어.
무언의 협약을 통해 관리자님과 신입연구원을 저자에게서 떨어뜨릴 수는 있었지만 둘을 전부 보호할 수 있을 정도로 간단한 기습은 아니었다.
Ravi lay in the corner of the corridor, half his body torn apart.
시계, 일어설 수 있겠나?
Don't think so.
리더라고 하셔서 제일 먼저 처리해야겠다고 생각했어요. 미안해요. 당신의 시계 소리 듣기 좋았는데 아쉽네요. 리엔 씨의 삐삐 소리와도 닮았거든요.
Sora gazed down at me, face drawn into a tearful pout as though she were genuinely apologetic.
안타깝게도 당신이 상처 입은 곳은 누구도 고쳐주지 않겠네요.
It was hard to deny that. I'm denying it. If only I'd had more power. Maybe Ravi could have been saved. At the very least, I wouldn't be this badly hurt. Didn't she only hit your shoulder? I probably should have done something too while Sinclair was going through his training.
그래도 째깍일 수는 있겠지.
Yeah. But this isn't the time to dwell on what I could have done. First, I have to do what I must. What I can do now. Traitor!
As the prescripts foretold.
The Index Apprentice, Sora. Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming from the moment I saw her, purely because of the Dawn identity. So, Skull Crushing. Find a power +1 for every 6. Poise on self plus sinking on target, max of 2. On use, gain +2 poise count. On hit, inflict 1 sinking, and on hit, gain 2 poise. Please be quiet. Find a power +1 for poison sinking. If this unit has onus, or if target has the prescript's target, the index, convert the final coin to unbreakable. Clash Lose deal 50% less damage. On hit does not stagger the target. On hit does not activate sinking. On use, gain 2 poise, then gain 1 poise, 1 poise. And if you hit without cracking, inflict 2 sinking and 1 sinking count. I have to execute the prescript soon. At 2 Onus. Cannot change target. Does not trigger defense skills. Find a power +1 for every blah blah. Blah, we know what that does. If target has Onus. Or prescript's target. Becomes unbreakable. Deal 80% less damage on clash lose. Gain 2 poise and 2 poise count. On hit without cracking, inflict 1 sinking. On hit, gain 1 poise. Then inflict 2 sinking count. And on crit, deal 20% more damage. And please don't resist and just be crushed to death. Can clash with the skill regardless of speed. On clash lose, gain 3 power down and 4 paralyze. Deal 90% less damage. On hit, does not stagger, blah blah blah. Consume all Onus. An Onus is deal 25% more damage for every stack, max of 50%. And then there's also some other stuff. Unbreakable coin. On hit without cracking, gain 1 poise. Then do it again, do it again, do it again. How about passives? Encounter start. Gain shield equal to 20% of max HP. Remains throughout this encounter. Gain prescript based on unlock stage on self. Inflict the prescript's target to a random enemy and prioritize attacking that enemy, excluding a certain pattern. Deal 2.5% more damage to target's prescript for every grace of the prescript you have, up to 20%. At 9+, deal 30% damage to all targets instead. Ooh. Turn end. If prescript was executed this turn, heal 15 SP and gain grace of the prescript by unlock stage +1 once per turn. Holy, you have a book. If prescript was not executed this turn, gain 1 Onus and 5 karmic consequence. If this unit does not have unlock, gain 1 grace of the prescript at turn end. At 9, do not gain karmic consequence, and if you're under the effect of a certain ego procuration, double karmic consequences. Unlock at 3, 6, and 9, Grace of the Prescript, or at 90%, 75%, 60% health, gain unlock 1, 2, or 3. Heal to 45 SP. Consume all Onus, and recover from stagger. Gain 1 Grace of the Prescript in the turn after unlock was gained for the first time. If unlocked was gained based on the HP condition above, gain Karmic Consequence by sum of healed SP by 15. Increase Grace of the Prescript to 3, 6, or 9. If this unit had less than 3, 6, or 9 Grace of the Prescript, gain 1 defense level down and 2 Karmic Consequence next turn for every Grace of the Prescript stack gained. Minimum and maximum speed +10 in the turn this unit uses its powerful attack. Karmic Consequence. Turn start. Gain 1 defense level down for every 10 stacks. Gain fragile for every 20 stacks. And it goes up to 100. Grace of the Prescript. Offense level based on prescripts. Prescript in compliance risk. Low morale. Deal 20% more damage to the index target. Take 10% more damage from people who are not the target. And then double it, basically. Yeah, you see why I didn't take more salt. The name of this particular fight is called, like, the prescript something or other. Oh, also you have this. Prescript. Attack and hit a prescript target. Well, we can't stop you completely. We are favored for the most part. So we go boom, boom. Boom. So we are going to get hit a tiny bit. There's not a lot we can do about it. Big stacks to start off with, though. This is a good stuff. Blink. Bink. Bink. The fact that we have so much sinking on this team also helps. Wow, you won that, and you didn't hit heads a single time. Okay.
앞을 밝히지. 후회할 것이 잘 보이도록.
Ouch. Okay, that's big damage. Yeah, that hurts. Neutral favored with everything else, though, so we go boom, boom. Can't let her hit, so we go boom, boom, boom.
대가리 딱 떼고.
Gotta get through that whole shield. No! You suck! No!
이쪽이죠?
This is gonna be hard. This fight is gonna suck, I think. Shame we already used our cheese thing for the day. To be fair, I'm a lot more afraid of the Ardor moth than I am of her, though. But, the only reason she's even somewhat low SP is because we have so much sinking damage. Let's counter this. Neutral. Oh, neutral against everything. You know what? Let's get some SP back, shall we? Oh my god, bro! You gotta start winning some of these clashes, man! Or you can just die, I guess.
지금이다. 해골 바가지 거미 대가리. 차!
이쪽이죠?
The fact that Yisong is effectively, what, 5-10 levels down? That's probably why he's losing all these clashes. Okay, a little bit of SP recovery for us. Bonk! And 28 damage, yeah, it helps.
결정. 해금. 좋아.
That's ego!
확실하?
Yeah, I can feel it!
자신만의 이고를 이미 개화했던 것 같구려.
리엔 씨가 그러는데 에고 발현은 누구나 쉽게 하는 게 아니래요. 그래서 제가 부럽대요. 저 절대로 꺾이지 않는 선과 악에 대한 확신을 가지는 건 대단한 일이라고.
The fight just got so much harder.
그 말을 듣고 생각했어요. 언젠가 가족 모두가 기다리는 요시에데 언니가 이곳에 돌아오더라도 나만큼은 내쫓기지 않을 수 있을지도 몰라. 그러니까 리엔 씨에게 말 좀 잘해줄래요? 시작할게요.
Oh boy. I think we have to bring a Mersault identity that's actually leveled up to this because... Ooh. Unlock stage 1. Offense and defense level +1. Combat and heal 15 SP. Faith beyond question. Minimum and maximum speed +1. Offense level and defense level +3 each. Gain +1 more poise potency from skills. Oh, good. Hit. Wait a minute. What is it now? Hit a prescript's target with the skill equipped in the first slot or eliminate a random target. Ugh. So be it. Burn. That fragile next turn is going to help us out quite a bit. She is going to get guaranteed damage, so it's a good thing that Ryoshu generates a lot of shield, because we're going to be able to offset at least a little bit of that damage that's incoming.
지령은 거스를 수 없어요.
Holy brother, what the? Literally, it's all hopeless. It is all hopeless. There's actually no shot we win a single one of these clashes. Oh my god. Bro, this is so bad. And suddenly, it appears very, well, let's just say I understand why I was told to, level up my identities. Let's just say I understand now. Here I was thinking it was because of Butterfly. Nope. It's because of something so very much worse. Yisung, I hate to tell you, you're dead.
나쁘게 생각하지 말아주세요.
이곳을 벗어날 수 있었을지.
이쪽으로 와.
저도 그렇게
내가
생각해요.
안전하게 지켜줄 테니까.
Are you talking to your index? You truly are insane.
Well, you ready to see me get absolutely creamed?
대고 감도 증폭.
타! 으타! 더 먹어치워라!
이쪽이죠?
Can't stop her damage. Can only stop a little bit. Oh, but we get staggered before we even get to clash. So he's dead. Ah. Goodbye.
딱 떼고. 업.
이쪽이죠?
나만 닥쳐라.
나쁘게 생각하지 말아주세요.
빛이 꺼져.
언젠가 만나게 된다면 보다 정중하게 인사를 드리고 싶었습니다.
You know, I was kind of hoping that maybe it was a guaranteed loss. I was sort of hoping about that.
만남은 첫인상이 중요한 법이니까요.
A figure appeared from the direction the weapon had flown in. The man brushed the dust from his coat as he walked in with unbothered ease, looking for all the world like this situation had nothing to do with him whatsoever. It probably doesn't. This is probably... I was gonna call it a failsafe in case we lose, but I almost think we're supposed to lose. Yet his harpoon had already blasted Sora a good distance out of my sight, even before the explosive sound could reach me.
하지만 상황이 예의를 차릴 틈을 주지 않는군요. 그러니 간단한 소개만 하겠습니다.
You kind of look like Mersault.
LCD 소속의 에스파크라브라고 합니다.
Ah, this is the guy Ezra mentioned. Hearing myself ticking, Vespa briefly furrowed his brow in puzzlement before checking the watch he pulled from his pocket.
원래는 팀장님이 계신 곳으로 향할 예정이었습니다만 상황이 좋지 않아 보여 잠시 지원하는 것이 좋다고 판단했습니다.
무전도 안 되고 LCD 팀도 상황이 영 좋진 않을 것 같은데 괜찮겠어?
Gregor's alive. That makes me... Did bleed trigger the, Is it gonna cut back to the fight and all of us are dead and we immediately lose? Because I'm kind of getting that feeling.
팀장님께서는 제게 늘 스스로 생각하고 판단하라고
하셨습니다. 그러니 괜찮을 겁니다. 손가락 간부 상대로 그렇게 쉽게 당할 사람도 아니고. 둘이군요. 어느 쪽을 맡으면 되겠습니까?
저 안경부터 맡아라. 거슬리게 애고를 쓰고 있고.
안경 말고 이름으로 불러주시면 안 되나요?
We're fighting, you know. You don't get to choose that right now.
침입자 대부분이 저들과 비슷한 수준입니까?
그래, 비슷하거나 그 이상이다.
죄송하게도 아까 했던 말은 취소해야겠군요. 팀장님 쪽이 생각보다 오래 버티진 못할 것 같다는 생각도 듭니다. 늘 그랬지만 역시 일반적인 상황은 아닌 모양이군요. 신속히 정리하고 LCD 팀으로 복귀해야겠습니다.
그것만 해줘도 우리야 고맙지.
The Pinky Nurse father remained perfectly still as she continued to fixate on us with her stare. She made no attempt to help Sora, nor did she look for another way out. She simply stood there, watching in silence, with the bundle of golden bows in her grasp. Absolutely not! What? You've been defeated. Use 40 lunacy and continue the battle? Reset identities and ego per encounter effect. Activation limits gain 10 ego for all affinities. Fully restore HP and SP of all allies. No. I'd rather try again. That is Fate Lost. What? Huh? Fate Lost? Is that a replacement for a defeat screen? By the way, Will of the Prescript. That's kind of why I had a feeling that it was about to go down. Alright, we're just about back where we were. This time doing just a tad bit better. Okay, broke through shield. We're officially doing health damage. Counter dice, dealing a tiny bit of damage. Okay, more burn. Ugh. We do end up getting staggered. Okay, phase change. Oh yeah, we're doing way better.
오래 걸리지는 않을 겁니다.
거울, 벌레, 벼려진 검. 맞는 것 같아요. 지령은 여러분을 가리키고 있어요.
Brother, what in the extreme onus? Karma consequence, she has 30. Extreme onus. Deal 50% more damage for every stack. Max of 100%. Well, she's got that. Under Effloresced Ego. Gain final +2 final power. Coin power +1. And final power +3. And Shin Sora. +2 more offense and defense level. Gain more poise potency. And deal more damage based on your missing health. Also, our new buddy, Vespa, is apparently level 87. That helps. Obstruction. Deal 50% more damage for every type of negative effect on the target, max of 100%. Base power +1 for every 2. Bleed plus tremor on target, max of 5. On use, gain 3 poise count and inflict 5 tremor up to twice. Double chain cleave. Deal same deal. Base power, yep. Inflict 3 bleed count, 2 tremor count. Harpoon throw. Deal up to 200% more damage. Gain 2 Epic Flash Burst Blade Art Huando next turn, which is deal 10% more damage on critical hit for every stack. Wow. Inflict Nested Harpoon Bee Sting. Slash resist reduced. Sloth resist reduced. Even though it says plus, it's reduced. Gain 2 bind next turn. Gain bleed potency. When attacked by Vespa, gain 2 Gungnir's droning. Activate bleed. And raise stagger threshold by 80% of damage dealt. Harpoon, recall, unclashable, deal a ton of damage, and remove the nesting blade. So he's using Queen Bee's ego. Interesting. We're not using Felble, I can tell you that. Hopeless literally against everything we do. We're still hopeless with everything we do. He is going to be hard carrying us this fight because we are literally not doing any damage to him. I'm not going to clash here because he's got that under control, so let's just go for one-sided. And then let's guard a little bit, shall we? Yeah, it seems good. Alright, get him, buddy. He has already gotten through most of her shield by himself, by the way. Okay, let's help him out a little bit. This counts as another status effect, and just so happens to make her take 20% more damage. Ugh. It's not great for us, is it?
나쁘게 생각하지 말아주세요. 운명적, 절대적.
Procuration annihilate. Can clash with the skill regardless of speed if target has index. Deal 100% more damage. On clash, lose, gain 3 power down and 4 paralyzed. Deal 90% less damage after attack. Lose 15 SP. Consume all onus. Sinking, 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 sinking. Okay, and everything else has stayed the same. Well... Huh. Goodbye.
이미 정해졌어요.
Yeah, poor Morsalt kind of just had to be the one to take that. Oh, wow, that stagger damage that he did. I'm gonna say that it was all us because we're applying so many status effects. I'm just saying. Lots of one-sided attacks coming down from us. I don't know that it'll be enough, but... Tell you what, we can use both red eyes. No, full stop. We can use both red eyes. We can also use crow eyes. Hopeless, struggling. Oh, right here. Right here. Right here. Perfect. Triple dominating. Here we go. He's hard carrying this fight, by the way. I think this is actually a full-blown unwinnable fight with the team that I have as we stand right here and now. Okay, -2. That makes all our other clashes significantly easier. Bop, bop. Okay, even more debuffing coming down. Oh, you are still gonna hit us. Ryoshu might actually be dead. There might not be any surviving this attack because these are both unbreakable coins. Yes, they are going to deal less damage, but we only have so much health to go. Or Ryoshu can't die as long as other people are alive. It's an Ishmael scenario. How interesting. He has Shin too? Wait, what is this? The yellow harpoon. You're a color fixer? How many color fixers do we have working for Lobotomy Corporation? Nah, you know what? That's just technically right. What is this? He's struggling? What? You're generating Mang? Preparation, Annihilation, Mang of Imminent Yearning. At 0 plus SP, generate 1 Mang. Deal 20% more damage, final power plus 2, coin power plus 2. After attack, lose 15 SP. If this skill generated Mang, lose 20 SP. Consume all onus to end this turn. There's literally no stopping her. Everything we do is unopposed, so you know what? Let's just attempt... Or no, literally none of our damage even matters this turn. Well, this sucks.
나아가야 해. 그림자를 따라.
She's doing it again, but this time he is going for a crazy big attack that guarantees a stagger. I'm just gonna let them do their RP thing.
이제 결착을 낼 시간입니다.
Thanks. You carried this fight about 50,000%. I don't know how we would have done this legit. Again, with the team that I currently have. And 3 of our characters are level 60. It's only Mersault that's level 50 now. Ooh, yeah. Vespa moved with absolute efficiency. One moment his harpoon would deflect his opponent's blow. The next, it was carving out an opening for the sinners to land their attacks. After a brief but fierce joint battle, the index apprentice fell to the ground, then could not bring herself back up.
딸, 합치면 되는 거야.
숟가락 포크. 그 되도 안 되는 비유는 몇 번째 써먹고 있는 거야?
그래, 포크 숟가락처럼.
숟가락 포크.
맞아, 포크 숟가락. 세상은 포크와 숟가락 2개로만 분리되어 있는 게 아니라 그걸 합치는 것도 정답이 될 수 있었어. 네가 어떤 상황에 놓였던 간에 그걸 기억하렴. 얼마든지 양립할 수 있단다.
가장 짧고 치명적인 공격은 직선일지라도 그 직선을 흘려낼 수 있는 건 곡선.
그거 리엔 씨가 해주셨던 말인가요? 멋있다. 다른 것도 알려주시면 안 되나요? 리엔 씨가 예전에 하셨던 말들.
곧 숨이 끊어질 마당에 마지막으로 듣고 싶어하는 게 고작 그놈의 말인가?
이봐, 다 끝난 것처럼 쓰러뜨린 적이랑 대화해줄 여유는 없어. 딱 봐도 저 녀석이 강했으면 더 강할 것 같으니까.
That's right. The fight's not over yet. The Pinky Nurse Father merely watches on from the sidelines with a quiet composure that tells us she could step into the fight at any moment if she wanted. I don't think she does, though. I also don't fully believe she's here, but off to the side, I can see Vespa stealing glances at the watch on his wrist, looking anxious. And I know that the people he wants to protect, the people that he has to protect, aren't us. Mersault, tell Vespa we'll be handling things from here on out.
알겠습니다, 관리자님. 당신의 동료들은 이 복도를 기준으로 남동쪽 방향에 위치해 있다. 출발한 시간을 고려했을 때 2km 정도 위치에 떨어져 있겠군.
2 kilometers? That's quite a distance.
당신 어딘가에서 저와 만난 적 있지 않습니까?
Yeah, you two look like brothers to me.
그렇다.
그렇군요. 알려주셔서 감사합니다. 그럼 이만 가보겠습니다.
Interesting, they know each other. Vespa seemed to grasp something from that brief exchange, and gave a curt nod.
잠시 후에 정식으로 만나 인사드릴 수 있기를.
Well, there he goes. Once Vespa left us, the Pinky Nurse Father's oppressive presence again seems to suffocate the air out of the hallway. It appeared for some reason that her purpose here wasn't to kill us by any means. I'd sent Vespa away for that precise reason, and by some fortune, I seem to have been correct in doing so. However, in hindsight, maybe letting Vespa go was a bad idea, considering what we're up against.
저자는 더 협력하지 않았을 것입니다, 관리자님. 그자는 시간에 엄격합니다.
Eh? You know that guy, Mersault?
알고 살아온 것은 사실이지만 세간에서 말하는 정도의 알고 지냄을 겪지는 않았습니다.
Wait, what? Is this Dante's flame, or does he have a scar here? Because I'm noticing this a lot. Just this. Where'd you even meet someone that strong? Wait, you weren't enemies, were you?
아닙니다. 그는 엔사의 금기 사냥꾼이었습니다.
엔사. 그러고 보면 과거 그대도 그곳에서 근무하였다 했었구려.
Maybe Mersault is up next.
그렇다.
I almost wonder if Mersault is up next, because it's usually pretty obvious who's coming next, and this feels very Mersaulty.
아니, 당신도 그럼 금기 사냥꾼을 했던 거야?
그렇지 않다. 단지 그의 서류를 들여다볼 기회가 있었고 서류에 따라 마주칠 법한 곳을 거닐었더니 마주쳤을 뿐이다.
You stalked him. So you ran into him on purpose? Why?
그렇게 하지 않을 이유가 없었습니다, 관리자님.
아니, 그게 뭔...
Yeah, Mersault's up next. Mersault is 200% up next. Ryoshu getting a lot of time with, like, her kid and mentioning her kid and just acting unusually in the previous one said that Ryoshu was up next. Then, during Dawn's, Hong Lu had an awful lot of screen time with hang on. Jia Chichun. He had an awful lot of time with her. Then, Ryoshu happened to encounter multiple people during the previous chapter. Mersault's up next. Anyway, Ryoshu never once turned an ear toward us throughout the entire conversation. Or perhaps it's more accurate to say that she couldn't. She was, after all, glowering at the Pinky Nurse Father with an unblinking gaze that seemed ready to bore a hole in her.
역겹도록 여유로움을 뽐내는군.
Just as Ryoshi said, the woman showed no signs of hostility either. She was simply watching us, waiting for our next move. But that wasn't much consolation. I still couldn't think of any way that would allow us to come out on top in this situation. If only the sinners were all here with me, we might have had a chance, but... Here with me, huh? Come to think of it, this wasn't the first time the sinners were separated from me. We'd previously been separated when we were ambushed back in Hangyuan, at that fake Kazan, and also when Dawn had briefly departed us in La Mancha Land. But despite the distance, these invisible chains that bound me and the sinners had never once been severed. Even when they were killed, departing to a place I couldn't follow, I always managed to reach past the searing gates of hellfire and brought them back through the impossible. So, as long as these chains bind us together, maybe I can pull them to me, wherever they are. Return to me. Stand with me here. Ah! Intense pain ravages through me, and my vision darkens as if my non-existent eyelids were closing. As if I'd just perceived something I wasn't ready to face. Earth be in my head! The sky be at my feet! The ladder is laid skyward, and the final kingdom's hard lives penetrated!
또 불꽃이군. 용진 빌딩 때와 같소. 머리에 불이 타오르듯 뜨겁고 당장이라도 터질 것 같지 않은가?
32 paths are revealed. The rises and falls of breath are exiled and returned at the hour of inequivalence.
아니 저번엔 이러다 나아지긴 했는데.
I am the key and the lock of the steadfast gate. The bell that once rang at the end rings the beginning. In the new millennial kingdom shall the 13th
stand by my side.
Am I White Knight?
열둘이 아닌가.
Malka, but it's broken.
로자양? 싱클레어?
Holy dude, am I White Knight?
어? 뭐야? 당신들 언제 이쪽으로 왔어? 아, A씨랑 LCD는 어쩌고?
Are they copies?
대답이 없다. 이것은
The heat dissipates, and my head cools once again. So, fun fact, Ryoshu did 60% of the damage. Ooh. I have to be White Knight. That's the only thing that feels fitting to what was just said. What is it the White Knight thing is? What is it? Pure memory games. Oh, I remember. It's...
Have I not chosen you 12? Yet one of you are the devil.
But that's still not 13. Unless it's an additional one that is the devil. Maybe it's not White Knight. Although that seems oddly fitting right now. Well, either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Seems like a pretty good time to call it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And in the next one, if we get the opportunity, I want to do some index shenanigans. But we'll see how that goes. So, for the moment, oh well. I guess I'll have to be patient. But, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you
in the next one.
Bye.